Healthy Relationships, Part 5. We'll cover key number 9, how to maintain and sustain healthy relationships within the body of Christ and among people we work with and rub shoulders with. Number 9, quench the urge to judge, or don't be hasty or jump to conclusions about others. Romans chapter 2 verse 1 says, "Wherefore you are inexcusable, O man who judges, for when you judge another, you're condemning yourself." Listen to this quote. "Before you accuse, criticize, and abuse, walk a mile in my shoes." Before you accuse, criticize, and abuse, first walk a mile in my shoes. We cannot draw conclusions, or could I say jump to conclusions, as long as there is some missing information. And we need to consider or be considerate of the feelings of others. It has been said there's usually 3 sides to any controversy. Are you ready for this? Your side, their side, and the correct side. Maybe both of us are wrong, that's possible to some degree. Try to see all 3 perspectives, yours, theirs, and the correct one. I saw a poster of a ferocious tiger, and the caption below the poster said this: "There's only 2 ways to do anything, the wrong way and my way." I hope that's not our attitude, child of God. Some other people have this saying, they say it's either my way or the highway, meaning you do things the way I tell you or you can get out of here. That should not be our attitude. Who's right? The story is told of this gracious elderly Jewish rabbi, mid-80s, with his spectacles on nose and reading something, and 2 young, smart, intelligent, bullheaded Jewish boys outside are having an argument, and Mikhail and Moshe, and both of them insist they are right, and then finally Mikhail says, "I'm going to ask the rabbi." He comes in the open front door, says, Rabbi, this is what Moshe is saying. Who is right?" And the rabbi, wise rabbi, says, "You are right." And so Mikhail is so happy, he goes out and tells Moshe, "Rabbi said I'm right." Moshe says, "No, I'm going to ask the rabbi." He comes to the rabbi and says, "Rabbi, so who is right?" And the rabbi looks over his spectacles and says to Moshe, "You are right." And Moshe goes out happy, and now the rabbi's wife in the kitchen can overhear all the conversation. And she says to him when Moshe has left, "Hello? Mikhail comes and you tell him he is right. Moshe comes, you tell him he is right. Who's really right?" And he looks at his wife and says, "You are right." 3 sides to any argument. Things are usually not as they appear. So it's important we get in all the facts before drawing any conclusions or making any hasty judgment about someone or actions they may have done. Key number 10, reprove with sensitivity. Or, yes, correction needs to be brought at times, but make sure we do it with sensitivity. Proverbs 13:8 says, "Poverty and shame come to him who refuses instruction." In other words, someone who's not teachable will come to poverty and shame. But he who regards reproof, this is for us. If we will regard, consider correction, and make the changes, we will be honored. If we will only heed instruction and correction, that will bring honor. Criticism at the best of times does hurt, even when given in love. Yet it is our responsibility to provide caution, correction, and warnings when someone we love is on the brink of disaster or heading straight headlong into trouble. Our instruction at such a time is that person's opportunity for promotion from God. It is a significant responsibility we carry, especially those of us elders in the body of Christ, leaders in the church, parents, bosses at work. It is our responsibility to bring instruction, reproof, and correction in love. And if the person will receive it, it is their opportunity for promotion from God. But we need to be tactful about this. As we said earlier, sensitive, tactful, and gracious. Even constructive criticism can only be received in direct proportion to the depth of the relationship that that person has with us, or vice versa. I'll say that again. Even constructive criticism can only be received in direct proportion to the depth of the relationship. The deeper the relationship, the longer we've known the person, the more we've interacted, the easier it would be for them to receive it because they know us, they believe we have their back and their best interest at heart. Well, that's part 5. We'll go on to part 6 in the next session.